Sex trafficking victim Chystul Kizer allowed to use affirmative defense in trial for killing alleged abuser. Chystul Kizer is most certainly a victim of sex trafficking. Chystul Kizer shot and killed 34-year-old Randall Philip Voel III when she was 17. Randall Philip Voel III was most certainly a serial child abuser in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the same city that is arguably treating protest shooter Kyle Rittenhouse with kid gloves. Kizer, now 20, is currently facing life in prison for killing her alleged abuser, who, as the Root previously reported, never spent a full night in jail despite being suspected and based on a mountain of evidence of child pornography, sex trafficking, and the abuse of a dozen young girls, particularly black girls. According to the prosecutors, none of that matters. Kizer shot Voler for his BMW. As we have reported, Kizer's attorney has been arguing for the allowance to use Wisconsin's affirmative defense law in defending their client in court. The law, which was originally denied by a judge, would allow the attorneys to argue that Kizer's crime was a direct response to the abuse she experienced and not because a very probable serial abuser of black girls happened to drive a nice car. Now, an appellate court has ruled that she may be able to use the defense. From the Washington Post, the court's decision, which has been pending for over a year, comes as legislators and judges across the country are reevaluating how the unique abuse trafficking victims' experience should be taken into consideration in the legal system. The majority of states have laws that offer protection to people who can show that a crime they committed, such as prostitution, drug possession, or fraud, happened because they are being trafficked. But when the crime in question is a violent offense, anti-trafficking advocates and prosecutors are divided over how much leeway these victims should be offered. The affirmative defense law specifically states that sex trafficking victims are entitled to a legal defense for any defense committed as a direct result of said sex trafficking. The Post reports that prosecutors argue that homicide isn't included in any defense, while Kizer's lawyers argued that any defense means exactly what the words say. Fortunately, the court agreed. So now Kizer's attorney needs to convince a judge that there is some evidence her crime was a direct result of her falling into the hands of a predator. If her lawyers are successful, she could be acquitted of some or all the charges against her. The thing is like after reading Brushing Up and getting more knowledge about this person and how it all went down, I mean, the guy was scum. Okay, Mr. Voler III, he was scum, all right? And he was offered her to other men, okay? The fact also, I was trying to get more into her background because I remember reading about her background. And this woman is very, she's very damaged, very extremely damaged. Okay. I do hope she does get off, but I also hope that she gets therapy. Okay. Because this is a broken individual. And I was reading also that Mr. Voler was arrested at one point and let go. It could be possible that law enforcement was trying to play a catch and release game and trying to see if they could catch more sex traffickers, because there's a network of these scumbags. All right. So tell me what you think. Do you think she should be able to use the affirmative defense in trial for killing her abuser? Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Later. Hey, Kelly Kigboo. Child molesters deserve whatever they get, a lifetime of misery for what they've taken from children. Yes, she's broken. Yes. Yes, she is. And unfortunately, if she, grows up and she beats this case and she wants to start a relationship, it's going to be more problems. All right. I'm also on Anchor. I'm also on Twitter. TruthTeller99 on Twitter. I'm on Spotify, Hard Talk Radio. That's about it for now. Okay, on to the next story.